Hello, everyone. This is Will.
And this is Alex.
Welcome back to another episode of They Mostly Come Out at Night.
Oh, mostly.
Can I ask a very important question, Alex?
Yeah.
What the fuck did we just watch?
A thing.
Yes, but what thing?
A thing.
I guess.
It was a thing. You can't deny that you can't say it wasn't.
Oh, it was many things.
And none of them worked.
No. This is barely a movie.
This was an insanity test.
This
That's was. That's what I feel like.
I feel like I try not to judge people if they enjoy movies, but like, if you enjoy this movie, I just don't get it. I don't get how people... Because I tried. I gave it a chance.
I wish I enjoyed it. But I can say safely that I fucking hated this movie. And I hope it burns in hell. And I never want to see it again. And, So the movie was Darktown Strutters.
Oh my god.
Now, there are people who like this movie. Well, they like it now.
There's also people that like a lot of the movies we've watched on this podcast. And like, again, I try not to judge people. You can like what you like. But
a lot of those movies were better than this.
I would say like 80% of them are better than this, whatever we watched tonight.
This wasn't very successful when it came out.
But I wonder why.
Shocking.
Wow. That's surprising.
I know, right? In an era of like actual good blaxploitation movies, this wasn't successful. Shocking.
What?
I know, right? So this was not a big hit, but people apparently like it now.
Yeah, it has a cult following.
So it's it's one of those things where the movie comes out, gets shit on, and then you fast forward some decades later, and people are now saying they like the movie.
I think that's the thing. Like I can see how people could like just get some random enjoyment out of this film. I didn't. But I'm saying I could see how people could maybe if you were like totally fucking off your rocker. I can see why you'd like this insanity just roller coaster ride.
How like deep do you want me to get into this? Because if you like this movie, I'm gonna assume you also enjoyed the smell of your own farts. I'm just gonna say that right now.
What, smug people?
Yes.
If you actually think too much smug?
Yes. If you actually think this movie's funny, or like you think that this has some sort of like, if God forbid you actually think that this movie has some sort of like relevant social commentary, again, you probably like the smell of your own farts.
Well, it's a blaxploitation film created by a entire team of white dudes.
Now, obviously, all blaxploitation movies have, well, not all, but a lot of them have social commentary.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's one of the main points behind blaxploitation.
Yeah, because they were made to appeal to black people who had not had like movies made for them.
Yes.
So now there's this whole new market, which, and again, we both enjoy those movies. We talked about it many times. We are both big fans of blaxploitation movies.
We also both make fun of the fact that our podcast is slowly becoming a blaxploitation film review channel. So
at least for this decade.
Yeah, right?
So, we both enjoy the genre.
I do.
And this, again, we have to reiterate this. I wanted to like this. I really did. But it broke my heart.
Like, coming off the heels of what we watched last time.
Oh,
which
baby.
was awesome.
Black Force was better than this.
Well, that's true. Black Force was more coherent. If you can believe that, even with those shakedown scenes.
It was more entertaining.
It was more coherent and more entertaining than whatever the hell this movie was trying to be. It's like they just took a mash of different things and were just like, we can just throw all this stuff at the audience until they like something. I've
never seen anything that is so relentless.
Like,
and maybe that's the appeal for some people. But honest to God, like, I got fucking exhausted.
it's like the metaphor I like to use for these kind of movies is like you take a Gatling gun.
Yeah.
And your ammo is jokes, right?
Yeah.
So you load this giant Gatling gun.
Just fire.
And just fire the fuck away until one sticks. The only problem is...
None of them stick?
None of them stick. I did not laugh out... the only time I laughed out loud is your reactions to this film.
Yes. Okay.
Or my reactions. Like, that is the only time I actually enjoyed this movie.
Yeah. No, this thing is literally one grade above, like those awful spoof movies from the last 10 years. Remember, like, date movie, epic movie, disaster movie?
Yes, unfortunately I do.
All that fucking irredeemable garbage. This is, like, legitimately one grade above it.
It's kind of along the same lines of it, too.
Well,
because like, just random shit happens.
Yes, but see, like, those movies, the humor is, like, references, which are even, as far as I'm concerned, that's the lowest form of fucking humor, is just, like, yeah, oh, look, it's Iron Man, like, dumb shit.
You don't have to try.
Yeah. Oh, look, Iron Man just punched Hannah Montana.
Look, Paris Hilton.
Oh my God, it's Hancock. He just punched Paris Hilton. No.
Paris Hilton is a deformed Spartan. God.
This is, like...
It's
not that stupid, but it's stupid.
It is stupid.
It's just, like, obvious.
No, at times, and I will say this, like, it's not that stupid, but at times it was that stupid.
How many times, I ask you this, how many times did we need to see the fat cop struggle to get out of the cop car?
You mean when he clearly could get out?
Yeah.
They made it blatantly obvious. Like,
yes.
Maybe that was part of the joke. I still didn't laugh.
That's not part of the joke. That's just what you call shit filmmaking.
Or the random guy that just walks around
for no reason. Unless I fucking missed something.
And it has like a bandana that flies away that says the batch.
The batch. Like
what? Why?
Exactly.
What?
Is that a reference to something that I'm like unaware of? I don't know.
Like, I don't even know if we need to get into the movie review because nothing really happens. There's like...
You saw my notes.
There's things that happen, but it's such a simple plot.
Okay. Here's what we'll do. Let's go over like the first two scenes.
Okay.
Because I think that basically is the whole movie.
The setup?
Yes, because the movie follows the same brand of dumb.
And then we'll just
after that we'll talk about the scenes that we remember, because you saw my notes.
Yes.
So you know that I literally had question marks in my notes because I honestly had no fucking clue what to say.
All right. So first scene.
The first scene has like a disclaimer that comes up that says this has no relation. It's like this true story has no relation to Cinderella. And then a man's face shows up like, really?
Well, no, it says it has, like, no relation to the story of Cinderella that is bullshit or whatever.
Yeah. And then, like, a man's face shows up and just like...
But he's dressed in, like Shakespearean clothing. And he's
Why?
like, really? I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then we get a scene where four bikers dressed in these ridiculous... the costume design for those four was actually, like you said, they spent money on this movie.
There's money on this.
Because the trikes were kind of cool.
There's lots of sets.
There's like really elaborate trikes.
Yep.
Really elaborate costumes. Well, only on
There's
the four.
lots of, like, things.
So they show up at this concession stand and they order a diet lemon meringue pie.
Yeah, and the whole concession stand is like decked out in like weird like letters and like slogans.
Like, I know, like just random soul food.
And like, okay, and then there's these cops there, and they immediately start saying stupid shit.
Well, it wasn't cops. It was like army guys or whatever.
And they're like saying stupid shit, and they keep saying stupid. And one of them goes and like starts jumping on one of the trikes. while it does like boing, boing, boing,
and then
boing.
One of the girls goes over, the leader
Yeah.
goes over and it's like, get out of my saddle or whatever. And then smashes a pie into his face.
And it does like the fucking sped up Benny Hill shit.
If you like that sped up Benny Hill shit,
oh boy,
you're gonna get a fuckload of it.
If you're 5 years old, or if you still shit in your diapers, you'll love this movie.
You're gonna love this movie.
Because he falls in a trash can, and it's all, like, sped up, and it does those, like, whoop sound effects.
And then, like, It's like basically like a live action cartoon.
Yeah.
But a really bad one.
And then the other ones start fighting, and it's all sped up.
And they smash pies into their faces because they try to help.
And they smash one of them through a bathroom, and he, like, happens to land on the toilet, and you hear a fart and a flush, and then they drive off. Now, that's the movie.
It is a series of those kind of scenes for an hour and fucking 20 minutes.
And you want to sit there and tell me, oh, this is a commentary. What the fuck?
I didn't say it was a comment. No,
I know.
There's no goddamn way I could call this.
I was reading reviews of this bullshit while we were watching it. People were saying, oh, this is commentary. A fucking what? Are you fucking kidding me? Black Dynamite is more of a commentary than this bullshit.
So,
like, it's... That's the humor. And then the next scene... They're driving, and these cops pull them over, and they have a gigantic siren.
And it goes...
And it's not working. So one of them has to, like, reach out and, like, turn it on. And they pull them over, and then there's two normal ones, and a big, tall cop.
That has, like, a bandolier. Like, two bandoliers along his chest, but they're full of, like, these gigantic, like...
Bullets.
And
the joke is that he keeps smacking the smaller ones.
Yeah.
Over and over and over and
over.
And
it has, like... Boop, boop, boop,
yeah.
boop, boop. Like,
yeah. Like, every time he hits one of them, it's
like Three Stooges level, like, fucking...
It's so stupid.
Like, the sound effects are dumb.
It's so fucking stupid. And then there's, of course, the fat one who can't get out. And he's
hey,
like,
guys, help
me! I can't get up! Guys, help me!
I think at a couple points it made pig noises, too, or something.
It's
and then it zooms in on his ass, and he farts.
That's the movie. Again, social commentary.
A large man's ass that's farting. That's
social commentary. It's very deep humor.
Yes, it takes a sophisticated.
It's a very.
We are just plebeians to these people who find this movie funny.
It's sophisticated,
it is
and he farts, zooming in on a fat guy's ass.
I think you already hit the mark.
Yeah.
This is a movie made for 5-year-olds by 5-year-olds.
Yeah, I legitimately think you have to be in diapers to enjoy this movie.
You might have to. Like, my nephew would enjoy this movie, not me.
Because there's no, like, I'm sorry, there's no, like, deeper meaning or, like, deeper commentary to glean from this, unless you want to talk about, like, there's nothing in this movie that you won't get from any other blaxploitation movie. And the other movies will do it better.
So then we get a scene where they're pulling him over, and then you see in the background there's a bank, but you can tell it's a bank because it has a giant dollar sign on it.
And there's a pink car that pulls up, and the dude with the bazooka, and then they just rob the bank.
Three guys in pink suits robbing a bank. We're not
even mentioning, like, in this scene when they're shaking down the biker women, the cops. We're not going over the dialogue. Because, you know why? Because it's fucking trash.
You don't need... It's not important.
It's just like, show me your license. No, you show me your license.
Yeah, she goes to the fat cop, asks for his license. He's like, don't pull me over. Guys, they're pulling me over. Blah, blah, blah. It's like stupid bullshit.
Smart.
And then, like, they get distracted. Like, the cop tells the guys who are robbing the bank to keep it down.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to arrest these other people.
And then they drive off, the bikers and the cops run into the bank robbers.
And their car explodes, and it's like, it's a shitty live action cartoon.
This is around the time I stopped taking notes. We'll just go over this next scene.
Wait, I have the next scene, actually.
Yeah, it's where they go to the chicken joint.
Yes, the mascot is a misfigured black man dressed as a pig.
Yes, on like a thing. And each time it zooms in on the pig...
I say misfigure because he's like overly muscular.
Yes.
And then has like really tiny legs.
Yes. He missed the leg day at the gym, Will. That's what happened. So, and every time it zooms in on the pig...
It makes an oink sound.
Get it?
Oink, 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 oink.
Get it? Pigs oink.
And then like it shows him, and there's like this prospector guy making ribs and chicken with like his
watermelons,
country yokel like girl like brushing the ribs, and a bunch of black people eating free watermelon while waiting for their chicken and ribs.
Sophisticated humor, Will.
Yeah, sure.
Sophisticated. Yeah, they're free watermelons and all this bullshit.
So, like, literally at the end of each table, it's just this mountain of, like, half watermelons.
There's also one character who wears a watermelon hat.
There's also a few characters that act like Sambo. And so it was like, it's like,
well, again,
are you fucking kidding me?
Again, Will, sophisticated.
Social commentary.
Yeah. The social commentary is black people like watermelons and shit.
Ribs and chicken.
Okay. Yeah.
So
it's deep.
The girls pull up and they start
talking to
these guys, and they want to race. I'm glazing over this because the dialogue is just not even worth mentioning.
It's awful.
Because it's literally just a bunch of jokes that they're trying to land, and like every line in this is delivered like as a joke.
Okay, here's the thing. Every frame of this movie has a joke in it.
Every single second.
It's exhausting. And you know why it's exhausting? Because all of them suck.
Yeah, none of them, like, literally.
There is one joke in this movie. One joke that I thought was amusing. In the police station, the ghetto alert. Remember?
Yeah.
The ghetto map.
The inward alert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where, like,
that's the one scene. The one moment. And they fucked it up. Because they immediately end that scene. And we get to that weird fucking thing with
Colonel Sanders.
Not Colonel Sanders, the lieutenant or whatever.
Okay, but
do you remember that fucking shit? Yeah.
Well, we gotta explain
Sophisticated.
the quote unquote plot first. So they race. They follow these guys back to their hideout. They hang out with them. One of them tries to rape the girl, and she's like, "If you ever try to rape me again, blah blah blah." And then they make a joke out of it, and then they have sex.
Because he's like,
and then I don't even know. And then
when
she goes and visits her brother,
and then she finds out her mom's missing. And
cue plot.
Well,
that's it.
The plot is she tries to find her mom, but now I stopped taking notes. So here's what happens. Let's just go. We'll just talk about the scenes because it doesn't matter. Like,
well, I think we should save like the last scene for the end of the episode.
Yeah, of course.
But we'll go over the scenes that we remember. This is totally out of sequence, but we won't discuss them.
It doesn't matter because the movie also feels out of sequence.
Yes.
So there's a random like out of fucking nowhere chase scene involving the cops with a horse carriage. Remember that?
And two guys with like giant mustaches.
They're dressed up like the cops that you see in like
British,
London.
Yeah, like British cops.
Humor, I
guess. For
guess.
no reason. And then the other cops are getting a car wash, and like the guys are a bunch of black dudes just singing like
slave hymns.
Yeah. And then they're like wiping the cops' faces and like dumping water on them because the cops are like leaning out the window
to yell dumb shit.
Yeah, and then there's a chase scene,
and then that chase scene ends. Like, I'm not joking; it just ends.
Yeah, yeah. And then when she meets her brother to like cue the like, oh, our mom's missing. He's like
doing kung fu.
He's a kung fu guy, and he gets introduced by jumping out the window. Then he crashes through the front door,
and he spars with her.
And then the
front of the house,
whole front of the house drops down.
In the next scene, it's back up again, but whatever. Who gives a shit?
In one of the scenes, it's back down though. Like
who cares?
So
we're also introduced to what we later find out is the villain. It's Colonel Sanders. Now, I'm not saying that it's subtle. It's literally Colonel Sanders. He is dressed exactly like him, and he owns the chicken chain.
The chicken ribs
where they eat.
Yeah.
And in the fucking, he's giving a speech about how he's gonna help the black community, and he's giving out like free buckets of fried chicken.
It looks like a bucket, and it has his face on it, except it's not red and
it's black and white.
Black and white.
A message, I don't fucking know.
Mostly white, a little black. And in his front lawn, there's this tiny cotton field
with black people dressed as like slaves picking.
Yeah.
I don't know. The main character shows up as a nun
for some reason. I think it's because he's like dedicating it to the Cross Foundation, which he funded, and then like all this shit.
But we also find out that the Cross Foundation is referring to like the KKK.
And he invites her in, and there's like we forgot in that chase scene, the KKK have like a truck, and they like open the truck and get on motorcycles,
and then they disappear
and chase him, and then disappear.
And then that scene ends. It just ends.
One of them's like shirtless and has this like I don't even know, like
but when she's in the house and like she talks to the fucking servant, and it's just like your stereotypical fucking like.
Well, she's like, "Where's Cinderella?" Blah blah.
Well, it's just like your stereotypical like 1930s Gone with the Wind, like black house servant, whatever.
And then all of a sudden, a random guy in a rabbit outfit with a giant
carrot just runs down
the stairs for no reason, and then walks into the other room and is never seen again or mentioned again.
Oh, sophisticated humor. So fucking sophisticated.
I laughed so hard.
It's so funny, Will.
Yeah.
It's sophisticated.
Like, seriously.
That's it.
Was I supposed to, did I not turn my brain off enough for this movie?
But jokes need, setups and shit. Like, what's the joke? Like, I'm sorry,
my thing is, I tried with this movie. I really did. I turned my brain completely off. I tried so hard to even find anything redeemable with this movie.
This is 2 years before Kentucky Fried Movie. And, holy fucking shit. The difference in quality.
I know.
Because, again, jokes need a setup. There has to be some, thing happening, right?
Yeah.
It's just two characters having a conversation, and suddenly a dude in a rabbit costume with a big carrot just walks past. That's literally the joke. Why is it funny? Because it's random?
Then she goes to a club because she heard...
Oh, blow me.
Oh my god.
There's she drinks a fucking thing and sprays it in his face, and then she's like, "Did you get this out of the toilet?" And then she leaves, and then the servant drinks it, and he sprays it in his face, and the scene ends.
Yes, and then she goes to that weird, Arabian, fucking, whorehouse or whatever.
It's a harem.
A harem of girls, and, he hears people coming, and, makes the girls, dance a little bit.
And then she just comes in, it's where's so-and-so? And he's like, I don't know.
And then they threaten him by, having him touch the guy that gives everyone, VD or something.
Yeah.
Well, he gives them the disease just by touching him, and they're like, "Oh, clean me!" And then he just sprays shit in their face, and they're cured.
Well, because the guy, he carries around, a water cannon, and I guess whenever he touches someone, he sprays them, so he washes...
Because, what happens is they touch him, and they say they have, I think it was VD.
They said VD, yeah.
And then he sprays them, and they're cured. I don't...
It's humor.
Yeah, okay.
Humor, Will.
Is it?
Apparently.
Because I didn't laugh.
Yeah, we were laughing so hard. This was... I think my soul died watching this.
So then she goes back to the Colonel Sanders place, and there's, a choir of people in blackface singing...
That's later.
We're not doing it in
I guess
secret.
you're right.
Who fucking cares? Nothing in this movie is later.
First, before you get to that part of black...
Okay, fine. Go into another scene. I don't care.
So before...
I don't give a fuck anymore.
I think before you talk about that blackface moment, we need to talk about the first one.
Oh, where she goes back to the
police station.
Yeah, so...
She dresses up like a cop and goes in the police station, and then, there's a fucking guy in a gorilla costume.
Well, remember, the cops think she's just a police officer.
Yes.
And they're trying to, find, black people so they can shoot them.
So they can shoot them, or yeah. But apparently...
But they don't think she's black because she's dressed as a policeman.
She's dressed as a cop. I don't know.
I don't know.
And...
She sees a guy dressing up in blackface and putting a dress on.
Don't forget, there's like it's like the ghetto map, remember?
Yeah, the ghetto alarm, yeah.
And then, like, it goes off. There's the fireworks going off. And because it means there's shit in the ghetto, I guess. And there's a little thing that says N-word alarm. Get it? And then she's like, they're like, the address is this and this. And they're like, that's right here. And then they're like, oh, that's right here. So they start looking around the police station for a black person to shoot at.
And she finds a guy in a dress who's putting on blackface.
And she's like, what are you doing? And he's
behind a wall of weapons saying...
Like, criminal tools.
Yeah, criminal tools.
And she's like, why are you putting on blackface or whatever?
And he's like, I hear there's a woman assaulting...
No, there's a rapist out there.
And he's assaulting men who...
And he really likes raping black women. So I'm dressing up as a black woman. So he's wearing a dress and putting on blackface so that he can get raped by...
Well, and then he's walking out and telling her something, and all the cops burst in, and they're like, it's a black guy, and then they shoot him.
And then he's dying, and he's like, it was... And
then he keeps dying and then getting up, and then he dies, and then the cop is like, we'll never know what it was. Ha! 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 So funny I forgot to laugh. My God, I fucking hate this movie. Fucking piece of shit, I fucking hate this movie. Fuck!
I just don't like...
Look, how is this funny?
Sophisticated humor.
I don't get it.
What's the joke? He dressed up as a woman and put on blackface so he could be a black woman getting raped? Like, listen, I'm not a prude, but that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
This is fucking stupid.
Now can we talk about the fucking part where she goes to Colonel Sanders' house?
Yes. So she goes to Colonel Sanders' house, and he is naked and wearing a cape and has, like...
a picky uniform on.
He's dressed up like a pig.
And has, like, these, like, neon... Like, the metallic, like, underwear.
Yeah. And he's dressed up like a pig now. And
he's serving them ribs, and he slaps them together, and then a choir of people with blackface come out.
And I mean, like, full blackface with, like, the lips and all that shit. They come out and they do a minstrel show. And that's it.
And then he crawls across the table.
And tells her some shit. And that's...
And then they capture her and take her... And then he shows her...
She finds her mom there.
And then leaves her.
Also, we earlier find out that he's, like, in cahoots with the KKK.
And he's cloning, like, famous black people so he can get votes on his empire of chicken and ribs.
So, yeah, he wants to clone famous black people so they can be his puppets to help him get votes to grow his thing. And also, he's in cahoots with the KKK, who ride around on motorcycles with crosses on the back of it.
And one of them has, like, cardboard flames on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also there's random musical numbers. Also, she finds her mom in the dungeon thing.
And her mom's like, aren't you forgetting something? And then she, like, kisses her on the cheek.
She's like, aren't you forgetting something?
Yeah, like, hey, free me. And then the girl leaves, and she's like, aren't you forgetting something? Sabrina.
And then shit happens. And eventually...
And then the machine... we should mention the machine, because it's a giant tube...
Yes.
With, like, a ladder on top of it. And then has a little leg that comes up and down.
Like it's giving birth.
Like the machine's giving birth.
Get it? And also, there's a guy who has a potsicle stand. And he rides around on a bike, and he sells, like, drugs to kids. And there's 3 kids, and they...
Literally, their names are Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
And whenever they talk, the first kid says the first part of the sentence, the second kid says the middle part of the sentence, and the third kid says the last part of the sentence.
But it, like, cuts so, like, badly.
Because, look, if you're not stupid and you made this movie, what you would do is you would have just one shot of all 3 of them in one scene, and they would do the sentence in one go, right?
Yeah, but no.
But no, instead they cut it. So it's like drastic cuts between sentences, and it's not fucking funny. But he's like, selling like, I got like cocaine and Rogaine and blah 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 blah.
Alex, I have a newsflash for you. Sorry, pardon me.
None of it's fucking funny!
Sorry, I didn't want to yell directly into the mic, so...
I mean, it's true. It's true. But at the end of the movie, she gets all the people together. She's like, the KKK's here, after she has a chase scene.
Oh my god. And
through the mountains.
Through the mountains, and they're jumping over shit.
And then they fall in, like, puddles.
Fall in a puddle. She drives out of the puddle, and then she goes back to the Sanders thing.
And then they all go there. It's all the black people in the movie versus the chicken people and the KKK
throwing
people.
Bombs and shit. And
the cop gets blown up and turns into a fucking scarecrow for some reason.
And the fat cop gets the cop car blown up
because he can't get out of the car because he's fucking fat. He can't get out of the car, Will.
Can you tell how enthusiastic I sound about this movie?
And there's just every time they punch each other, it does like the whoop sound effect. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And every time they step on each other, it's like doing clown shoe effects. And eventually she goes to the dungeon, and the guy frees her mom by ripping the wall out of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go to the machine.
The machine gives birth to another Colonel Sanders.
And he's like, it's me. And it's Colonel Sanders, but he's wearing a little thing that says baby on it. And then and then there's a musical number, and then we go to the chicken rib place,
and the Colonel Sanders is tied up on the top of it.
He's tied to the pig, and
then the baby's taking orders.
And then we get credits.
And then
the movie's over.
Fuck this movie. Fuck this movie.
Okay.
This is
shit. This is fucking shit.
This is goddamn
I fucking hate this movie.
This is goddamn childish bullshit.
I fucking hate this movie so much. I
usually understand.
I want to punch this movie in the fucking face.
I usually understand why people like movies, okay? I get it. Sometimes they're entertaining. Sometimes you need to turn your brain off to enjoy them. I get that. I understand that. But holy fucking shit. Even with my brain turned, into soup, I could not enjoy this fucking movie.
I wanted to. We all wanted to enjoy it.
I tried. I really did. I was like, okay, it's going to get funny. All right.
No.
You know what?
No.
I'm going to try and enjoy it for what it is. And I did. And I tried.
Nope.
But no. It's funny even if you... Sorry. I fucked up. I need to go. I need to go cleanse myself from saying anything about this movie.
Even accidentally, yeah.
Yeah. Even with my brain turned off, nothing about this was either entertaining or fucking funny.
This was an endurance.
It's one of those few movies where we actually checked how much time we had left. Because it felt like a goddamn eternity.
Because there's no plot.
This movie is the equivalent of purgatory.
Scenes just happen. There's no plot. Scenes just happen. And again, every frame of the movie has a joke attempt in it. And it's never funny. Ever. It
never got funny. I think it has that curse where too many things are happening.
Yeah.
And you don't have time to react to anything.
Because generally...
And there's no setup for any joke whatsoever.
Because generally speaking, I'm not a big fan of the whole of the throw everything at it brand of humor.
No, I've never liked that.
Because it just always comes off as desperate to me. And this thing is the most desperate of desperate.
This is pure desperation.
This is the fucking thirsty teenage boy who won't stop texting you to suck his dick.
Yeah.
This is it in movie form. It's fucking desperate.
This is the saddest dick pic movie form I've ever seen.
It's limp.
It's limp. It's a little tiny tic tac limp dick.
Yes, this is it. And it won't stop because you text back don't ever text me again. and it would send you like a
it's
billion.
You know what it reminds me of? Those white knight like trash boys that try and like protect women when they like just keep on like spamming women with all like, oh, you're beautiful, don't let people tell you like
have you ever,
all this like these just super
have you ever
desperate...
seen this is like getting off topic, there's like a funny ass picture I saw a long time ago. It was like some girl got a message on like Steam or some shit, and it was just some dude like, hey, like, there's not a lot of girls on this game, but I'm respectful, and I hope you'll be my friend, and all this other shit. That's this movie.
That's how desperate
it won't leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah, no. And it'll try and protect itself by saying it's funny and
because you'll just like if it just took a breather. I think that's why our favorite moments of the movie were the musical numbers, because it was like the only chance we got to like just
Alex
chill.
It's because it fucking chilled.
Also because the songs weren't written by the fucking filmmakers, which helps.
This movie is absolute chaos.
Yeah.
And not in any good way.
This deserves to be on the podcast because this is one of the most baffling things I've ever seen.
We agreed that we would never do like movies that are aware of how ridiculous they are.
Yeah.
This is the first one we've done, but I agree. I think this needs to be on the podcast because this is how to do one of those movies.
It's misguided.
Completely wrong.
Well, it's misguided. It's baffling.
Misguided?
Because I'm not even gonna, like, do I even need to get into, like, I don't know, like, the watermelon stuff and the fucking blackface?
Or how two of them are dressed as, like, Sambo characters and, like, dance around, for no reason. There's no reason. There's no social commentary.
Like, do I even need to get into that? Like, it's so, like, again, misguided.
Yeah.
What?
I think they missed the point.
What
if you're
was the
trying to
point?
make a social commentary, maybe do it fucking right.
Yeah, like...
I get... Okay, social satire, right? It's great. Yeah. But there's a good way to do it, and there's a bad way to do it. And this is a fucking just piss poor example of, like, just everything wrong with someone who doesn't get satire.
Oh, God.
Like, apparently the filmmaker had no idea what satire was, and was just like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna make a movie.
Satire is Colonel Sanders cloning a grown man baby version of himself.
You know what satire would have been, which would have been actually a better movie, is if they did make this movie a musical. And made it kind of like a racist, like all the white dudes are like super racist and like, you know, dancing around and shit.
If they did that, then that would mean that they would have to stick to one genre.
Yeah.
And apparently that was unacceptable.
No, they wanted a million genres.
This movie wanted to have its cake and eat it.
They really wanted every single genre in this film.
And none of them work.
No.
None of them. Because you get like 3 musical numbers.
Yeah.
One of them is people in blackface.
You get...
Thanks a lot.
Fucking... If you want to do sci-fi, there was this fucking stupid-ass machine...
Yeah.
That pumps out Colonel Sanders babies. But like...
Because the whole thing was
but
like...
then he explained...
I'm cloning...
But he explained that they could grow them in the tunnel and like... It was like they could reach full maturity and then they would come out of the tunnel or whatever.
But it was like, I'm cloning like black leaders. Okay.
For votes.
But then
because he wanted to be the richest fast food chain in the... What? I don't... Like... It's not funny!
It's not funny.
I know you're laughing because I'm like...
No, I'm laughing...
Like, I'm baffled.
I'm laughing at it. I'm laughing at the fact that... like...
I'm sorry, I wasn't yelling at you.
I'm
just saying the movie itself is not fucking funny at all.
I'm more laughing at the fact that people legitimately think this piece of shit has some sort of value. My only value that this thing has is it's a cautionary tale.
My value in this movie is I know never to fucking even look at anything related to this movie ever again. Like, if I see anything that says Darktown Strutters, I will stay far away from anything that has to do with this movie.
If several years down the line I'm talking to somebody and they tell me like, have you ever seen that movie Darktown Strutters? It's really like obscure, but it's really good. I'll know I'll know in my head that person loves the smell of their own shit.
Don't trust that
They love
person,
it.
Alex. Don't trust.
Don't trust it.
Like, I'm sorry if there's any of our viewers.
I legitimately doubt anybody who listens to this has seen this fucking movie.
There might be. But I'm sorry. I don't get it.
No.
I don't fucking get it.
Nah.
And even if you tried to explain it, I still wouldn't get it.
There's nothing to get.
Like, I'm trying not to judge people who like this movie, but I fucking have to because it's a fucking garbage fire.
There's nothing to get.
It is garbage fire of a movie that makes no goddamn sense.
There's nothing to get. It's dumb. Like, the humor is not smart. It's stupid.
The only thing I can give this movie, again, is like we said at the beginning, the sets are kind of good.
There is money.
The costume design is actually pretty decent because the trikes and everything are cool.
Look, Will, if only...
There is money in this.
If only that money and that creativity went to something that wasn't a garbage pile.
Something worthwhile?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Something that, I don't know, wasn't a complete fucking embarrassment to watch.
Something that doesn't make an hour and 23-minute video feel like it's 4 fucking hours and like I'm losing my goddamn mind and I would like literally rather turn it off and go do anything else.
Yeah. I would... No, this thing is... It's an endurance. It's a goddamn endurance test.
Like, this isn't like contender for my worst of the worst or whatever. But like...
It might be.
I
might kick this movie when it's down. And just call... When we do this, I might have to call this my worst of the worst because this can eat a fucking dick. If this movie could eat a fucking dick, I hate it.
It doesn't get it.
Because,
that's my
like,
problem.
look, like, if you're thinking about it, this fails on every fucking level. It fails. Is that not qualification for the worst goddamn movie? If it fails on every fucking level imaginable?
I'm still holding my breath because I think there might be worse, though.
Because, like, at least, like, some of the other movies... I mean, we haven't watched a lot of movies this year, but, like, they had more... things.
It's true.
I don't know, they were less offensive.
Like, at the base level, yes, this is a movie, but it's not much more than that. It's much more than just a movie that has no redeeming values whatsoever.
This movie should... The only worthiness of this movie is that it's like a fucking... It's like a fucking artifact. It's like a fossil.
It's a goddamn curse. It's like if you opened the Ark of the Covenant, right?
Yes,
It's the film version of the Ark of the Covenant.
It feels like that. Your face melts.
I feel like we might die if we don't watch a good movie in the next hour or so, because I think this movie will melt my brain and it'll come out of my ears and then I'll just die in my sleep.
Just watch Black Dynamite again.
That's all you
need.
Yeah, it's true.
You'll get more. You'll get humor that's not aimed at 5-year-olds.
Exactly. Even 5-year-olds would probably think this movie was boring.
I mean, probably. I don't know. At some point, it has to get fucking exhausting.
I'm just gonna go back and watch Mean Johnny Barrows because that movie actually got it. It was really fucking good.
I mean, you could watch literally any blaxploitation movie again, and you'll get more amusement.
So off of our 15-minute tangent on how much this movie sucks, I don't feel like we have to give our final thoughts on this.
Fuck this movie.
Fuck it. I hate this movie.
This movie can, like I said, it can eat a dick.
There's
a reason this wasn't successful.
Well, I mean,
sorry.
Obviously.
There's a fucking reason.
Obvious fucking
Because
I don't even know why this movie has a goddamn cult following. It's not worth following.
I don't know.
What is there to follow?
I don't fucking know.
It's not fucking good.
If the people in 1975 understood that this was a pile of shit, why can't you?
If there's one person that likes this movie on this podcast, I'm sorry, but I can't trust you.
I want to know why.
I want to know why, but I can't trust you, and I probably will not agree with you if you try to explain it to me.
I just want to know why.
If you're on Facebook or whatever,
and again,
drop a comment, try and explain it, but I'm gonna be completely honest here. I probably won't. I will still hate this movie with every fiber of my being.
No, there's no fixing that.
There's no...
You can't fix what's beyond broken. You just can't. And this is broken.
Oh my god. So that was fucking Darktown Strutters.
Darktown Shitters.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the...
Shittown Shitters. Shitty fucking shit bullshit.
Oh yeah, that's the title.
Yeah, exactly. Take a fucking dump on my life bullshit. This is gonna be a waste of fucking hour and 23 minutes.
I should have put that on the poster.
This is a piece of fucking garbage wrapped in cat hair, fucking thrown into a dumpster, lit on fire, and then pissed on, and then stomped on the ashes. This is the annals of like one of my least favorite movies of all time. This was insufferable.
It's over.
Okay.
We never have to watch it again.
I can calm down now, finally.
We never have to watch this again.
Thank Christ.
I can't speak for the rest of you, but I am never watching this again.
If you are insane and want to, or just too curious and want to watch this movie, we watched it on Prime. I would not recommend this movie to my worst enemy. I would never make anyone suffer through this movie. So please don't watch it. But if you want to, it's on Prime.
It is there.
Oh my god. Can we just get to fucking good news?
Do it, boy.
So, next Sunday. Not next Thursdays, because we will still do a episode.
Next Sunday, we are going to live stream our hanging.
Yeah. It'll be just voice only though, so it's gonna get really awkward.
Yeah, so you'll hear like the rope creaking, and possibly my neck snapping, but we will live stream our hanging.
That's gonna be the first 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and then it'll just be dead silence
forever.
So,
but for real though,
on next Sunday, December 9th.
Yep.
Yeah. We are going to try and suffer through I say try.
We will, bitch. Bitch.
You might speak too soon here.
Motherfucker, we gon' do it, even if it kills us.
We are extending our platform.
Uh-huh.
Because, like we said in the last episode, there are more mediums than just movies where you could do this. So, next Sunday, we are doing a 6-hour live stream.
6 hour or longer.
It could basically be longer. Just until we just can't do it anymore.
Basically until like we want to die. And like we
might want to die in the first 15 minutes, but for you guys we'll continue.
We'll continue.
And it's until we just can't.
Yeah.
You know, like
basically.
But we are going to be playing the worst of the worst video games.
So it's not really like
it's gonna be kind of a different format.
So it's not really a review thing. It's more like it'll be 6 hours or more. Basically, you're free to like come to our YouTube because we will be doing this through YouTube. You're welcome to tune in and just kind of hang out with us. That's how we're treating it.
They mostly come out at night, live streaming shitty games.
But they are shitty games.
It's basically a shitty games live commentary.
Yes, but it's also.
But we want to hang out with you. Yeah. We want to chat with you. We'll have all of our lines going open. Like you can drop a comment, whatever you want. Like we want to talk to you guys too. Like we want to play shitty games, yes, but we also want to talk to you guys. So it's like kind of a hangout. Let's all get together on YouTube, hang out, play some shitty games, and just have fun.
Because I'd mostly describe it as a hangout. Obviously, we're doing shitty games because that's
that's our format.
It's the format, so we wouldn't do good games.
We gotta stick with shitty.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the whole point of
And it's not gonna be a review thing because
well, we can't beat a game and then review it. I'm not gonna do that. No.
I'm not planning on beating any of these fucking nonsense.
We might accidentally. You never know.
But it's more like, you can hang out with us, and also like we won't just talk about games. Like the game is more like a background, if anything.
Right.
But also, like,
But rest assured, we will be making
Yes.
a lot of fun of the game.
Because obviously, I'm sure there's going to be situations where we're going to get fucking like stuck, or the game's going to freeze and crash, and we will have to talk about it. But things like that. But also, like, you know, we'll talk about movies. We'll talk about TV shows. We'll just talk about
basically whatever you guys want to talk about,
and whatever like comes to our mind. It's more of just like tune in and just hang out. We want it to be the most casual.
It's a giant hangout. We'll be playing the games. You guys will be messaging us. Yeah. We'll just be talking the whole day. Yeah. It's going to be awesome. I'm super stoked for it.
Yeah. And we are planning on doing this once a month. So this is just going to be our first one.
We're going to see how it goes, and we probably will continue this feature.
We will.
And like even if just it'll be worth it even if just one person drops a line.
You will fucking learn to like it. You'll fucking learn to like it.
I might even learn to love these bad, horrible, shitty games.
I will not like these games at all, but you know, we got to keep with the format.
We've got a roster already, so we're good.
We have a bunch of games lined up, and we are going to get more and more for each subsequent month.
Yeah.
But it's going to be through YouTube.
Now, I will admit these games, we're not doing them in sequence like we do the movies. We're just going to just pick a game and start playing it, basically.
Basically, we're just making a list, and, you know, we'll buy the games depending on if they're on sale or whatever, and, you know, whatever.
We also both decided that we wanted to stick with the horror and action format, too.
Yes.
So they are going to be shitty horror and action games. It's not going to be anything else.
Sort of action and horror.
Yeah.
Means...
I will admit most of them are horror games.
Yeah.
But I think that will be infinitely funnier.
Yeah. And the reason for that is obviously to stick with the format, and also because I'd really rather not be having to use my fucking brain when I'm playing a bad game.
I don't want to do like puzzle shit. Like bad mechanic puzzle games.
Imagine playing like a bad strategy game.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, like...
And doing a live stream with it.
It's already bad enough we're playing bad action games.
Yeah. But at least with those, you don't have to use your brain. So it's easier for us to just play those and talk.
Can you call us, they mostly game out at night?
No, bitch.
No?
Nah, bitch.
No.
The branding is permanent!
They mostly come out at night. We're just doing video games on top of more movies.
Yeah.
Now, these once-a-month live streams, we will not be releasing a podcast episode.
They will be on our YouTube.
They will be on YouTube.
Permanently.
And, like, we're going to keep them on there so you can, like, if you don't want to watch all 6 hours, which is totally understandable. Yeah. That's a long time.
Especially, like, because it is on Sunday, and I don't know, I mean, it's the weekend, so you might be busy.
But we encourage you to, like, wait until it's up. Like, you know, jump in with us, hang out, and if you have to leave or whatever, maybe go back to it, jump around the episode, find funny parts. We might even, like, maybe go back into it and leave in the comments, like, where we start new games or something like that.
We'll definitely after it's done, we'll like leave like time codes.
Yeah.
If that matters. I mean, if you really care about the games we play, I guess.
I don't think you
will leave time codes for you, but it'll just be a straight like 6 hour or 7 hour whatever video that you'll see on our YouTube. Also, like, feel free to just fucking shoot us a message on whatever platform. And we can like talk about it once we do the podcast, once we do the stream.
Yeah.
Feel free to do that.
Drop us a line on Facebook. Drop us a line on Podbean.
Anything you want.
Anything. Like, we're always open. Like, I'm on social media all the time.
Yeah.
All you guys gotta do is communicate with me.
So if you just want some if for some ungodly reason there's some burning question you have of us, then feel free to ask.
We are all ears, and we will tell all.
Except, you know, if you want to know my social security number or something.
Well, why would they want to know that, Alex?
Why not?
I mean, to steal your identity, but
exactly.
Like, who would do that on a live stream?
And
what fucking idiot would be dumb enough to be like, oh yeah, it's this. What's
your social security number, Will?
I'm not telling you.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
Such fucking...
that's how you do it.
Such trust. You see how it is? But yeah, that's going to be Sunday.
I'm super excited, and
it's going to start around 12 our time. It's Mountain Time if you care, but it will start around 12.
Yep. Probably we're trying to be at 12,
Yeah.
but it's not guaranteed that we're gonna start.
This is
right
literally
at
the
12.
first time we're doing this, so
Yeah.
I'm not.
So bear with us.
I'm not guaranteeing shit.
No,
mind you.
It might be a shitty stream,
but
we'll
will
still
get
do
a
it.
stream. Don't worry. Even if we have to play with Microsoft Paint, and somehow none of the games work, which I mean it's not gonna happen. But if for some ungodly reason, like everything just goes wrong, don't worry. You'll still get a stream.
Now, I hope you guys don't mind. I will be spamming our Facebook and our Instagram and our Twitter with our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Now, because I want to get it out there. We do have a YouTube channel. I want to remind people that. It's called They Mostly Come Out at Night Podcast. Just search it. You'll see the 3 dudes chilling in the in the boat.
You'll see the Octoman profile picture.
The Octoman profile picture. It's right there. Press subscribe. Turn on that bell because that'll notify you when we go live.
When we go live, and
it'll notify you when we're going live. So make sure you press that bell because that's the only way to know exactly when we're going live.
And then you'll know.
And then you'll hear a bunch of us like saying fucks and shits because we can't get the audio working or can't get the video working. But it'll be a good time. You can just
you can learn with us. You know, that's fine.
It's our first stream ever. Bear with us.
Yeah.
But we're super excited to bring this to you, and we're super excited to continue this. So
come hang out.
Come hang out with us.
Because trust me, I don't want to have to talk about the tower for 6 hours.
Why not?
It's shit. I don't want to. So
come
please,
hang out with us, please.
Ask me a question. Give me something to talk about so I don't have to talk about the tower. Or I don't have to talk about Rogue Warrior.
Well, just think, if no one does, we are going to have to talk
No,
about...
I'm going to fucking... I'll talk about Miami Vice.
Are we going to have to pose our own questions?
Yeah.
So, Alex, when did you...
Nah.
Yeah.
It's just going to be like us hanging out.
It's going to be super fun. Please come to our YouTube channel. December 9th is the day. And I will put more information coming soon to our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Twitter. So keep an eye out. Stay tuned for more. We'll still do an episode Thursday, so don't worry about that.
And we will again remind you on Thursday.
Yes.
It's going to be a much shorter reminder, but there will be a reminder.
And as always, thank you guys so much for listening. This has been Will.
And this has been Alex.
We are They Mostly Come Out at Night, and we will talk to you all later.
Can't get out.
I can't. Fuck!